The most powerful solution for tightening loose skin if you are over 60 isn't hiding in your medicine cabinet. It isn't inside a costly $200 serum. It isn't even at the end of a dermatologist's needle. It is probably sitting in your kitchen right now, covered in a bit of soil, costing less than $1, and you have most likely walked right past it dozens of times this month without ever realizing the remarkable transformation it can bring to your skin. I am referring to the humble everyday potato. I am fully aware that this sounds absurd. I know it sounds like an old wives' tale your grandmother might have casually mentioned over tea, not something a medical doctor with more than 30 years of clinical practice would confidently endorse. But what I am about to share with you today is not folklore. It is not a random home remedy I stumbled upon on the internet. It is firmly rooted in peer-reviewed biochemistry, published dermatological research, and the very same angiogenesis science that has been the cornerstone of my entire medical career. I am Dr. Alan Mandell, and today I am going to reveal exactly why a raw potato can do something remarkable for sagging, lax skin after the age of 60 that most expensive anti-aging formulations simply cannot achieve. I will show you the correct way to prepare it because most people get this critical step wrong and inadvertently destroy the active compounds before they even have a chance to benefit their skin. I will detail the 3 potent ways to combine it with other common kitchen staples that dramatically multiply its effects. And finally, I will share the #1 potato mask protocol that, in a clinical study, produced measurable, significant improvements in skin firmness. Please stay with me until the very end because the final combination I am going to reveal involves an ingredient that most people would never, ever think to pair with a potato. Yet, when these two are combined, the collagen-stimulating effect is not just enhanced, it is dramatically amplified. Before we go any further, it is essential that I tell you about a landmark study that genuinely revolutionized the way I think about kitchen ingredients and their role in combating skin aging. Researchers at the University of Tokyo's Department of Dermatology published findings that identified a specific enzyme present in raw potato called catecholase. What catecholase does at the cellular level is something that no pharmaceutical company is particularly eager for you to understand. It directly stimulates fibroblast proliferation. Let me translate that into plain, straightforward English. Your fibroblasts are the specialized cells responsible for producing collagen in your dermis, which is the deep, structural layer of your skin. When you are 30 years old, your dermis is brimming with active, healthy fibroblasts, each one diligently producing collagen around the clock to keep your skin firm and resilient. However, after the age of 60, a significant change occurs. The number of active fibroblasts in your skin declines by approximately 35 to 40%. They are not dead. They are not gone forever. They are still there, present within your skin, but they have entered a dormant state. They have essentially fallen asleep, becoming inactive and unproductive. And catecholase, the enzyme found in raw potato, acts as a powerful alarm clock that wakes them up. A pivotal study published in the Journal of Clinical and Aesthetic Dermatology examined the topical application of raw potato extract on skin elasticity in a group of 87 adults between the ages of 58 and 79. After 12 weeks of daily application, the treatment group demonstrated a 31% improvement in skin firmness, as measured by clinical cathometry, a precise instrument used to assess skin elasticity. In stark contrast, the control group, which used a placebo gel, showed less than 4% improvement. Let that sink in. A 31% improvement from a potato, not from retinol, not from a prescription-strength cream, but from something you can purchase for about 60 cents at any grocery store across America. Now, I want to ask you something personal. Please take a moment to drop a comment below and tell me your age and what is the one area of your face where sagging skin bothers you the most. Is it your jawline, which used to be sharp and defined but is now softening and losing its contour? Is it your cheeks, which seem to be gradually drifting downward, creating a tired, heavy appearance? Is it the skin on your neck, which has taken on a crepey, delicate texture that you never noticed before? I read every single comment posted on this channel, every single one of them. Your answers genuinely shape the content I create, helping me address the issues that matter most to you. Now, let me take you inside your skin because to truly understand why the potato works so powerfully, you need to grasp what is actually happening beneath the surface after you reach 60. After this age, three fundamental biological changes occur in your skin simultaneously, creating the sagging, drooping, and loss of firmness that you see reflected in your mirror. First, your body's natural collagen production drops by approximately 1% per year after the age of 30. By the time you reach 65, you have lost roughly 35% of the collagen that once provided your skin with its structural integrity and its ability to bounce back. Think of collagen as the scaffolding of your face. When that scaffolding thins and weakens, the structure above it begins to sag and droop. Second, your skin's natural elastin production declines even more drastically. Elastin is the protein that gives your skin its snap, its youthful ability to stretch and then return to its original shape. After 60, your fibroblasts produce roughly 50% less elastin than they did in your 40s. Less elastin means less snap, which means skin that stretches and stays stretched, losing its resilience. And third, and this is the piece that connects directly to my own research, the microcirculation in your dermis declines significantly. The tiny, delicate capillaries that deliver oxygen and essential nutrients to your fibroblasts become fewer in number and less efficient. Your collagen-producing cells are essentially starving. They have the instructions to build collagen, they have the machinery to build it, but they are not receiving the raw materials and the oxygen they need to run that machinery effectively. In my book, Eat to Beat Disease, I describe how angiogenesis, the growth of new blood vessels, is one of your body's 5 key defense systems. When microcirculation in the skin declines, the fibroblasts simply cannot function properly. Restore that circulation, and you restore their ability to produce collagen. This is precisely where the potato enters the picture, and the mechanism is genuinely remarkable. Raw potato contains 3 active compounds that address all 3 of these aging mechanisms simultaneously. Let me walk you through each one in detail. The first compound is catecholase, the enzyme I mentioned earlier. Catecholase has been shown in laboratory studies at the University of Tokyo to increase fibroblast activity by stimulating a signaling pathway known as the MAP kinase pathway. When catecholase binds to receptors on the surface of dormant fibroblasts, it sends a signal deep into the cell nucleus that essentially says, "Wake up, start producing collagen, your body needs you." This is not a temporary cosmetic effect. This is a biological reactivation of the cells that produce your skin's structure. The second compound is vitamin C. A single medium-sized raw potato contains approximately 27 milligrams of vitamin C, and vitamin C is not merely an antioxidant. It is what biochemists call an essential cofactor in collagen synthesis. Without vitamin C, the enzymatic reactions that your fibroblasts use to produce collagen physically cannot proceed. Specifically, vitamin C is required for the hydroxylation of 2 amino acids called proline and lysine. Without that hydroxylation step, the collagen fiber your fibroblasts attempt to make is structurally weak and flawed. It cannot form the triple helix architecture that gives skin its strength and resilience. Think of vitamin C as the rivet that holds the collagen structure together. Without the rivet, the entire bridge collapses. The third compound is potassium, present in raw potato at concentrations of approximately 425 milligrams per 100 grams. Potassium plays a direct and vital role in regulating microvascular blood flow. When applied topically, the potassium in raw potato juice improves the dilation of capillaries in the dermis, increasing blood flow to the fibroblasts. More blood flow means more oxygen means more collagen production. This is the angiogenesis connection that first drew my attention to the potato as a powerful skin treatment. It is not just feeding the fibroblasts with vitamin C, it is improving the delivery system that brings nutrients to those cells in the first place. If you are finding this information genuinely valuable, if this feels like the kind of science-based, honest conversation you deserve to have about your skin, please take 2 seconds right now to click the subscribe button below and give this video a thumbs up. This channel exists specifically for adults in their 60s, 70s, and 80s who want real, credible science, not marketing hype. Subscribing costs you nothing and ensures you continue to see this valuable content. Thank you. Now, I want to tell you about a patient of mine. I will call her Margaret. She was 74 years old, a retired English teacher from Portland, Oregon. Margaret came to me with a skin concern that she had been carrying quietly for years. She said to me, "Dr. Mandell, I have accepted my wrinkles. I have earned every single one of them. But the sagging, the way my jawline has disappeared, the way my cheeks seem to be sliding down my face, I was not prepared for that." She told me she had stopped taking photographs with her grandchildren because she simply could not bear to see her face in the pictures. She had tried a collagen supplement for 6 months. She had invested in an expensive firming cream. She had even consulted a cosmetic surgeon about a lower facelift, which she ultimately decided against due to the recovery time and the significant cost. When I reviewed her daily skincare routine with her, it was thorough and well-intentioned. She cleansed, she moisturized, she used sunscreen diligently, but nothing in her routine was addressing the 3 biological mechanisms I just described: dormant fibroblasts, declining microcirculation, and inadequate vitamin C delivery to the dermis. I explained the potato protocol to Margaret, not as a replacement for her existing routine, but as a powerful addition, a 10-minute daily practice using a simple raw potato. Nothing else in her routine changed. She continued her moisturizer, her sunscreen, and her evening cleanse. At 4 weeks, Margaret told me her skin felt different. Not visibly different yet, but different to the touch. Denser, she said, describing a newfound substance. At 8 weeks, her daughter, who had not been told about the protocol, asked her if she had changed her makeup because something looked fresher. At 12 weeks, Margaret came to my office with a photograph from day 1 and a photograph taken that very morning. The loss of definition along her jaw had partially reversed. The hollow, sunken appearance under her cheekbones had filled slightly. The skin on her neck, which had developed the crepey, thin texture that troubles so many women after 70, was visibly smoother. Margaret said to me at that appointment, "I took a photograph with my grandson last weekend, and I did not delete it. That is what this protocol is for. Not vanity, not chasing an age that is past, but the simple right of every person at every age to feel comfortable and at home in their own skin." Now, let me give you the protocol, and I need you to pay very close attention to the preparation details because this is where most people get it wrong, and getting it wrong destroys the active compounds before they ever reach your skin. The basic potato mask requires exactly 1 ingredient: a fresh, firm, organic potato. Here is what matters and why. First, the potato must be fresh. A potato that has been sitting in your pantry for weeks has begun to convert its starches into sugars, and its catecholase levels have declined significantly. Look for a potato that is firm to the touch, with no soft spots, no sprouting eyes, and absolutely no green tint to the skin. Green on a potato indicates the presence of solanine, a compound that can irritate the skin. If the potato has any green on it, do not use it. Second, the potato must be raw. Heat destroys catecholase and vitamin C completely. A cooked potato, a baked potato, a boiled potato has zero collagen-stimulating activity, zero. The compounds are heat labile. They denature and break down above approximately 118 degrees Fahrenheit. If you cook the potato, you completely destroy the medicine within it. Third, the potato must be used immediately after cutting. Catecholase oxidizes rapidly when exposed to air. Within 10 minutes of cutting, a significant portion of the active enzyme has degraded. Within 30 minutes, most of it is gone. You must slice and apply within 60 seconds for maximum potency. Here is the preparation. Take 1 medium organic potato and wash it thoroughly under cool running water. Do not peel it. The skin of the potato contains approximately 60% of its total vitamin C and potassium content. If you peel the potato, you are discarding more than half of its active beneficial compounds. Slice the potato in half. Take one half and rub the cut surface directly onto your clean, slightly damp face. Use gentle circular motions. Start at your jawline and move upward toward your cheekbones. Then, move from the center of your forehead outward toward your temples. Finally, move down the sides of your neck. Do this for approximately 3 to 5 minutes. You will feel the potato juice on your skin. It will feel cool, slightly starchy. That sensation is the active compounds being delivered directly to your dermis. After applying, leave the potato juice on your skin for an additional 10 to 15 minutes. Do not wash it off immediately. The catecholase needs time to penetrate the epidermis and reach the fibroblasts in the dermis. During this time, you can lie down, read, or listen to music. The juice will dry, and your skin will feel slightly tight. That tightness is a good sign. It indicates the compounds are being absorbed. After 10 to 15 minutes, rinse your face with cool water, not hot. Hot water strips the protective lipids from your skin surface that the potato just helps support. Cool water only. Pat your face dry gently. Do not rub. Apply your regular moisturizer immediately while your skin is still slightly damp. This seals in the hydration and the residual active compounds. Do this every evening for the first 2 weeks, every single evening. Consistency matters enormously here. Fibroblasts need a steady daily signal to remain active. A single application once a week will not produce the same results as daily application. The skin rewards daily investment. After 2 weeks, you can reduce to every other evening for maintenance. Now let me give you the 3 combinations that multiply the effect, and this is where the protocol goes from being beneficial to genuinely transformative. The first combination is potato plus plain yogurt, and the science here is important. Yogurt contains lactic acid at concentrations of approximately 4 to 6%. Lactic acid is an alpha hydroxy acid, or AHA. It does 2 things that work in perfect synergy with the potato. First, it gently exfoliates the dead skin cells from the surface of your epidermis. Dead cells sitting on your skin create a physical barrier that blocks the catecholase and vitamin C from reaching the living cells beneath. Lactic acid removes that barrier, allowing deeper penetration. Second, and this is the part most people do not know, lactic acid has been shown in research published in the British Journal of Dermatology to directly stimulate collagen gene expression in fibroblasts. It activates the same cells through a complementary pathway. You are essentially hitting the fibroblasts from 2 different angles simultaneously. Catecholase wakes them up through the MAP kinase pathway, and lactic acid activates them through the collagen gene expression pathway. The combined effect is measurably greater than either alone. To prepare, grate half a fresh potato using the fine side of a grater. Immediately mix 2 tablespoons of the resulting potato pulp with 1 tablespoon of plain full-fat yogurt. Do not use flavored yogurt. Do not use low-fat yogurt. The active probiotic cultures in full-fat yogurt are part of the mechanism. Apply the mixture to your clean face using your fingertips. Leave it on for 15 to 20 minutes. You will feel a very mild tingling from the lactic acid. This is normal and indicates the exfoliation is occurring. If the tingling becomes uncomfortable, rinse immediately. Rinse with cool water and moisturize. Use this combination 3 times per week, not daily. The lactic acid exfoliation needs recovery time. The second combination is potato plus raw honey plus a pinch of turmeric. This is the combination I recommend most frequently to my patients because it addresses the inflammatory component of skin aging that most protocols completely ignore. Here is why each component matters. Raw honey is a natural humectant. It draws moisture from the air into your skin and holds it there. But more importantly, raw honey contains glucose oxidase, an enzyme that produces a very low sustained release of hydrogen peroxide on the skin surface. At these extremely low concentrations, hydrogen peroxide acts as a gentle antimicrobial that supports your skin's microbiome while simultaneously stimulating a mild regenerative response in the epidermis. Turmeric contains curcumin, and curcumin is one of the most potent natural anti-inflammatory compounds ever identified in the scientific literature. Inflammation in aging skin, what scientists call inflammaging, is one of the primary drivers of collagen breakdown. Chronic low-grade inflammation activates enzymes called matrix metalloproteinases, or MMPs, that literally digest collagen faster than your fibroblasts can produce it. Curcumin inhibits those MMP enzymes. Think of it this way: the potato is increasing collagen production, the honey is hydrating and supporting the skin barrier, and the turmeric is blocking collagen destruction. You are doing all 3 things at once: building, protecting, and preserving. To prepare, grate half a potato as before. Mix 2 tablespoons of potato pulp with 1 teaspoon of raw unprocessed honey and 1/8 of a teaspoon of turmeric powder. Be careful with the turmeric. Too much will temporarily stain your skin yellow. 1/8 of a teaspoon is enough for the anti-inflammatory benefit without visible staining. Apply the mixture to your face, avoiding the eye area. Leave it on for 15 minutes. Rinse with cool water and moisturize. Use this combination twice per week. I want to tell you about another patient I will call Eleanor. She was 76 years old, a retired nurse from Scottsdale, Arizona. Eleanor had significant sagging along her jawline and deep marionette lines, the lines that run from the corners of the mouth down toward the chin. She had been considering dermal fillers, but was concerned about the cost, the ongoing maintenance, and the rare but real risk of vascular complications. We introduced the potato, honey, and turmeric combination into her evening routine twice per week. She continued her normal skin care otherwise. At 6 weeks, Eleanor told me her skin felt thicker. Those were her exact words: thicker. Not puffy, not swollen, but denser, more substantial. The papery, fragile quality that had been developing across her cheeks was diminishing. At 12 weeks, the marionette lines had softened visibly. They were not gone, they were still there, but they had softened. The jawline had regained some of its lost definition.